Hey YouTubers, Raven here.
Starfire.
Tonight we'll be talking about Supergirl.
Season 3, episode 21, Not Kansas.
Yeah.
I didn't even have to look at my phone for that.
Improvements! No. I'm kidding.
I've done that before.
I know. I'm just giving you a hard time.
I know.
So, what did you like about the episode?
I don't know. I liked that. I don't know. I feel like it was just kind of. There's always like a theme to the episodes, I feel like.
Yeah.
And it was almost like, trying to find your place or find, it's like self-discovery or home, or what home is to you or things like that.
Yeah. I guess I can kind of see that.
Yeah. Because sorry.
No.
The part you missed, one of the parts you missed was like Kara was talking to Alex and saying, she was going to go back because like she saw her mom and like she didn't even know that if she was still alive and all this stuff. And she's like, I feel guilty and I feel like I'm being selfish. And Alex is like, but you've done so much for everybody else. Like, it's okay for you to do this, like, and everything. And so, Kara kind of trying to, like, figure out where she fits and kind of, because she's always struggling with herself. She's always struggling to find herself and who she is and what she wants. And so, things like this kind of help her to have that, like, moment of clarity or whatever it is.
Right.
And then Alex looking up stuff about adoption.
Yeah.
Because she truly, like, wants to be a mother.
Yeah, like
so
she was about to drink the...
Yeah, I know. And she made a good decision and put it aside and was like, I want to do this instead.
Yeah. But I mean, like, the older her, or I guess the younger her, whatever, the older version, past version of her, probably would have looked it up while drinking that cup.
Yeah.
And, I mean, that was an option. But she chose to put it aside.
Yeah.
And, like...
She's improved a lot.
Yeah. I mean, really, the only aspect that would really have any, like, hindrance over is if she wanted to get a donation inside of her and to grow it herself. Because, you can't drink when you're pregnant, and then you can't drink after you're pregnant either, because the baby, if you're wanting to breastfeed, because the baby's gonna get it that way.
Yeah, but it would help her to, like, stop her drinking if she was pregnant.
I know, but I'm saying that that's the only reason why they would do that. Yeah. Why she wouldn't drink that is because she's probably thinking of having her own, not adopting.
But why would she look up stuff about adoption?
Site. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm confused by
I don't necessarily think the drinking has to do with, like, her wanting to have her own kid and, like, because normally if, like, you like, already know you're pregnant and you, like, go for that, then you do that. But she's not pregnant.
Well, no, but, like...
So she probably just realized that, she doesn't need to do that and she can make a better choice, and so she did it.
Yeah. But, like, drinking and then doing whatever to get pregnant, drinking can inhibit, like, it can be a, I don't know, sometimes it has an effect on the body that it'll, like...
Your inhibitions.
No.
Like, it makes you lose, like, sense of judgment and control.
Yes, but that's not what I'm talking about. But, I mean, whatever, like, it also stays in the body for a while.
Yeah.
And so if she was thinking, maybe I'm going to do this, then you want it completely out of your system before you do anything. So if it's even a possibility besides just adoption, maybe she's thinking about both and she chose to look at adoption first.
Yeah. Although, doing the thing to, like, get pregnant is, like, a lot of money. So I think adoption would probably just be a better option right now. Plus, with the kind of work she does, she wouldn't be able to work while she's pregnant. Like, you know, and that's, like, her livelihood. So, I mean, yeah, she's probably considering those options, but I think in her mind, adoption is what she's looking at. Because, like, she spent time with Ruby, and I think because, like, she's not with anybody right now, I think she would rather go the adoption route than, like, just get pregnant on her own.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying that she can't, but, you know, she can. It's just, I think that it would mean more to her if she was sharing that with somebody else.
Yeah.
And if she's adopting, she doesn't have to be with anybody to do that.
Right.
She can do that on her own. So I think that's the option that she's going for.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not. But yeah, like, I basically came in when the beam was falling through the courtyard and almost hit Kara and Monel.
Yeah.
The construction site accident.
The stuff before that, there wasn't a whole lot. It was like finding out about that gun, that caliber gun being around the city.
14 whatever caliber that's been re-engineered.
Yeah, so Jean finding out about that, and then, you know, trying to stop that, and then Kara leaving to go to her home.
Yeah.
And Monel being there with her, and then, like, the stuff with Sam and Rain.
I think that, I'm blanking. It's right there. But
who?
I don't know. I just said I'm blanking.
Lena?
No.
Sam?
Just talk and I'll figure it out.
Okay. So yeah, that was basically the stuff that happened when you were gone.
Yeah.
So, like, the gun thing played a big played a big part in the episode.
Especially between James and Luna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Jean.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's against that and doesn't want that to be used to defend yourself.
Yeah. Well, I mean, really, guns are okay to defend yourself, but what they were going against was the type of gun that could kill.
Yeah,
like, if it was...
gun. Like, assault weapons.
Right.
Which is
like,
the problem we have in our country right now.
Like, they would have both been fine with a stun gun.
Right.
Or with a gun that had settings to stun.
Right.
Or whatever.
I mean, you can still defend yourself with those kinds of weapons. They don't have to be lethal weapons to defend yourself.
Right. But the whole idea between a stun gun that we're able to use versus an actual gun that we're able to use is a stun gun can be shot once and then you have to rearm it. If you're being attacked by multiple people, you don't have time to do that.
Right.
You do have time to go do.
Well, I mean, people that are agents like that, or people, you know, like FBI, SWAT teams, people in the military, they can have those kinds of weapons because there's a lot of, like, fighting and shooting and violence going on, so they need to have those kind of weapons. But normal people do not need to have those kinds of weapons.
And so you're anti-gun?
No, I'm just saying that normal people don't need to have assault weapons.
Oh, no. But I'm fine with a...
I'm fine with people having guns to defend themselves.
Yeah, totally fine with a Glock in the house.
I just mean that, like, all the things happening with guns right now are because of assault weapons. They're because of assault rifles, not because of just a normal pistol.
Right.
Like, they're the big guns that people are just going and shooting up places. Like, that's not okay. I don't care if people have, you know, a shotgun or a hunting rifle or a pistol to defend themselves or whatever. But when you're talking about those kind of weapons, no.
Yeah.
I'm not against them completely. I just mean those specifically.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it pretty much, the normal person doesn't need that, and I think that's what they kind of made a brave choice making that like a theme for the episode.
Yeah, they did.
Especially with the type of climate we have right now with guns and law enforcement.
Because then people are just going to come out and be like, oh, well, all the people in Hollywood are this or this or this, so of course they're going to say that stuff about guns. And, like, people are just going to be all mad about it.
Yeah. And then you can look at it as, oh, look, Supergirl's against killing things that kill people. James is against things that kill people. John's against things that kill people. Lena has her own killing device in her purse to kill people. Like, yeah. I mean, and then it's like, and Lena's a Luthor. Like, it's like, that doesn't really matter, but...
No, I know, but people are going to bring up stuff like that anyway.
They only gave the gun, like, they had this big argument between James and Lena. And it's like, I mean, it didn't last very long, but James is like, please don't tell me you're one of those people who thinks having a gun on them is okay. And she's like, well, we don't agree, but she's like, you know... I see it from your point of view.
I see it from your point of view, and I hope you can see it from mine.
Right.
You know? You don't have to agree with somebody that you're in a relationship with.
You just have to be open-minded and listen.
Yeah, and respectful.
Yeah. But... to be the only person that carries, like, the only civilian or whatever to carry a weapon like that, be a Luthor.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of, like, I don't know, I feel uneasy about that.
Yeah. Because she's a Luthor.
Right. Like, they're putting the deadliest, you know, weapons that we can hold in our hands in the hand of a Luthor, and then having everyone who's a superhero or fights on the side of good and justice and American way crap, right? Go, oh, we should only have stun guns and shields.
Well, see, that's what's supposed to, I mean, but that's like the whole thing of superheroes anyway. Like, they do it without using force and fear and violence and everything.
Yeah, but my whole thing is that they don't work for the superheroes.
I know.
They are a government agency.
Yeah, they are.
That should use lethal force.
Right.
That has every right to use lethal force when used in the correct manner.
Right.
And the superheroes choose to work for them.
Yeah.
They could go solo.
They could. And I mean, Guardian kind of is, I mean, he works for them, but he does a lot of solo things on his own.
And Supergirl can just fly up next to the sun like Clark Kent and just listen to the problems of the world and decide where the hell she's going to go to save something.
Right.
Like, I mean, she doesn't need the DEO to tell her, oh, look, there's a fire on 10th and Main.
Yeah, but she chooses to work for them.
Yeah. Like, if she's got an issue with the killing... the possibility of murder because of a submachine gun, well, I'm sorry, you don't have to work for them.
Right.
They're a government agency. You expect that.
Right. I mean, I see it. I understand why when John was telling all the people that work there, the agents and stuff, that, like, a lot of them were, like, upset by it.
Yeah.
And I understand where John's coming from because, you know, he doesn't want to use fear. He wants to, you know, be peaceful about it and everything like that. And yeah, it would be great if we could do that. But there's always going to be conflict and violence in this world. And we have to have something to defend ourselves with.
Yeah. Like,
regardless of how you feel about guns or not, we have to have something.
Yeah. Like, before Supergirl came, yeah, they were using just normal stun guns or whatever. That's great. You're working with humans. Because, I mean, really, the worst they had to deal with was Meta.
Yeah.
And
I mean, the FBI
now they're
and
dealing with
CIA
aliens.
and all that stuff, they ain't afraid to use those kinds of weapons.
That's what I'm saying, right?
And like military and SWAT teams and all those people use those weapons.
Yeah. Like, now it's like, well, okay, Supergirl's here now. One, I mean, may or may not need to use deadly force with Supergirl in the room, depending on if there's kryptonite in it. Not kryptonite.
We're both out of it today. I'm sorry.
My English not good tonight. But like, you could argue that, but like at the same time, currently Supergirl's not there, and currently, unbeknownst to them, she doesn't have a ship to return. But like, they probably used the stun guns and stuff before Supergirl came around.
Right.
But then they had to deal with aliens from other planets being murderers.
Oh, hey.
From
Star
Fort
Trek
Ross.
uses stun guns, and they have to deal with aliens from other planets.
Yes, but they're better equipped.
I know, but I'm just saying.
They themselves are aliens from other planets.
I know, but like when somebody comes and invades and they have to use force, like they use stun guns.
Yes.
Like, you know.
But they also have the entire, Star Trek fleet behind them. It's like, you mess with one admiral, you
I
get them
know.
all.
I'm just saying, like you're like what you're saying was just making me think of that, because I'm like, well, they do the exact same thing, and they have a ship, and they're like in space, and they have to deal with like constant alien invaders from other planets that are being violent and don't want to negotiate with them, and so they have to use force.
Yeah.
But they use stun guns.
And they could always call on another admiral. You mess with one, you get them all.
Well, you don't mess with Janeway. Let me just say that right there.
And if you do, she can always call in for backup from another ship. I mean, like...
Usually she just handles it on her own.
Well, yeah, but there's always that possibility, Like, with him, it's like, I'm the only leader of this secret government organization, of which I cannot call in for backup.
Yeah. And
it is
an alien
imperative,
himself.
right? It is imperative that all of my people survive the attack.
And he's an alien himself, John.
Yeah, but like, I mean, if you have no backup, and it's imperative that everyone survives, I'm sorry, shoot first, kill the person, ask the questions later.
Right.
Not, oh my gosh, I'm in a situation and this creature isn't responding to my stun gun. What do? I throw it at him because it's the only thing I got left.
Yeah.
Because my boss decided not to give me a weapon that could do something about it. Like, I don't know, I have a real issue with that because the government, like, freaking out.
I know. Like, I understand where he's coming from, but at the same time, it's like they're allowed and qualified and equipped to use those things.
Which, I mean, I understand why he gave them the option to leave, but it's not like he's going to get an influx of new people to replace them.
Right.
He just lost a massive group of people.
Yeah. Depending on how many are actually going to leave.
Well, you saw how many left. Like, that was half the people.
Well, because he said dismissed.
No, before that. Like, he's like, like, if you don't like it, then you can go.
It looked like it was only like that one guy who was irritated by it.
As soon as he said, if you don't like it, we can put in a request, a lady behind him ran off, and then he ran off, and then the black chick next to him that was going to say something in defense ran off, and then, like, a couple other people ran off, and it looked like half the people that were listening.
Oh, wow.
Like, and then he said dismissed, and I'm like, dude, you just lost, like, half your damn people because you're being a dick.
Right. And I mean, it's all good and well to like just use a shield and whatnot, but what if
the shield didn't help him when his helmet came off?
Right, a shield is only going to protect you so much before like they shoot you in an area where you're not blocking with the shield. Like, then you're not going to have any defense. I mean, yeah, Captain America knows how to use a shield, but like,
he also heals quickly.
Yeah. Guardian doesn't.
No. Guardian's completely human.
He's completely human. He doesn't have superpowers.
He doesn't have super strength or anything.
Yeah, any of that. So what he's doing is just because he wants to help people.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
And he can do it his way. He's a one-man army. That's all. Like, he only has to care about himself.
I mean, he wasn't using those weapons anyway. So why does he even need to approach John about it and be like, yeah, the only thing you need to use is a shield? So now that's going to put that in John's head, and he's going to be like, oh yeah, let's also use some shields along with the non-lethal stuff that we're going to be using.
Yeah. Like, I hope that doesn't take away from Alex's arsenal. Because she has some pretty dope as crap weaponry.
Alex wasn't there when he was doing that.
I know.
So I don't know how she feels about all of that.
Wait, wasn't she though?
Was she?
I thought she was.
I don't think she was there.
I think she was.
Because if she had been, she would have said something.
No, she wouldn't have. It's Jean's decision. She's like...
I mean, maybe she was there. I don't know. But it just seems like she would probably have something to say to that. Even though it's his decision, she'd probably still have something to say.
But she wouldn't have undermined him in front of the people.
No.
She would have taken him aside. Which, I mean, she probably will in the future. Especially if he takes away her guns.
Right.
Because she likes her guns.
Right. And I mean, yeah, he's above her, but she's also one of the top agents, and she should be allowed to use them if she wants to.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yep. So, yeah. That's pretty much how I felt about the episode.
I mean, Kara and Monel made some leeway.
Yeah, it's like, oh my gosh. The minute after you left, I had this weird as crap sexy dream about you. And...
I remember that scene.
Yeah. And I was wearing this exact damn stupid outfit, too. Only, that's the only thing I'm not going to mention, because I mentioned walking through a field of flowers like this, even though in the dream it looked nothing like the damn field of flowers we're in.
It's not the same field. It's not even a field. It's like enclosed.
A dome. Yeah.
Like a dome.
It's like, the only thing that actually resembles where we're at is the clothing I'm wearing, but I'm not going to mention it. And, you were sexy as hell, and, like, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna put my hand on your cheek and then get shot at by a killer robot.
I thought they were gonna kiss.
Right?
Honestly. I mean.
Yeah. Like.
But then I also would have felt like it would have been too soon for that.
Yeah.
Because, you know, yeah, he's felt that way about her pretty much the whole time.
I mean, so she's felt that way about him the whole time, too. She just couldn't act on it, and she was trying to be okay with it.
Yeah. But, I mean, I feel like it would have been too soon or too rushed if they had them do that again.
Mm-hmm. And these, even though they spent this time together, like, there's still so much that she doesn't know about more.
Right.
And, I mean, there's 7 years worth of stuff.
I mean, if they bring them back together, which they're probably going to do, because that's what those writers do, then they're going to have all these secrets and lies come up again.
About
Monel.
Why? You just told her the one thing.
Well, but like you just said, I mean, there's a lot of things she doesn't know about him, like those 7 years of his life that...
Well, yeah, but they're not secrets and lies.
Well, okay,
if they pop up, he'll probably tell her.
Okay, but like, you know, it could still do damage to their relationship again.
He's, like, I mean, I don't really see that happening, but I guess, sure.
I mean, I don't know. I just feel like they're so fickle with the whole relationship stuff.
Yeah. But, I mean, like...
I mean, I'm sure he'll be honest with her.
Yeah. Like, he got stuck in the future where there was no one really around. There were just superpowered beings just living everywhere, and no one was doing anything. And he stepped up and he's like, I have superpowers, and I'm going to do something about it.
No, I mean, I'm not saying...
And he formed something.
I'm not saying...
I think that might kind of overshadow whatever he might have done wrong.
Yeah.
Which I don't think he did, because he's been living by the code ever since he moved, got like, lost there.
Yeah, I don't think that he would lie. I think he would be honest. It's just, I don't know how Kara would react to all of it, is what I mean. Like, yeah, he'll tell her all those things if they come up, but is she gonna be all, like, super upset about it and, like, let it compromise their relationship again? Or is she gonna be, like, you know, okay with it?
Yeah, but, like, what I'm saying is that with everything he's done, like, I don't think he breached the moral code at all.
Yeah.
Which means that she'd be fine with whatever he did.
Yeah.
For the entire time. Because he had a moral code that he left with, that she gave him. And that became the basis of the Legion of Superheroes, which he founded.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think he walked away from those morals ever.
Right.
When he left her.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, not having walked away from those morals, he would have done nothing that would dissatisfy her. So therefore, there's nothing to hide that would piss her off, because everything he did, she would have done too.
Yeah. Makes sense.
I don't know. That's my opinion.
But yeah, so hopefully, like, wherever they go with that is a good place.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really, like, investing myself in it all that much.
No.
Because I'm always disappointed when I do. So,
yeah.
What's the point?
Right.
But, yeah.
I'm kind of wondering how they're gonna get back to Earth now.
Yeah, and I'm wondering. And I mean, I knew that, like, Rain wasn't fully gone from her.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, yeah, they can try to remove it, but it's a part of her. Like, they can try to get rid of Rain as much as they want to.
Yeah.
But it is still going to come up again. She's still going to have, like she dropped her glass when they were watching a movie because she heard, like, the calls.
Mm-hmm.
So it's still in her.
Yeah.
She might not turn into Rain automatically, but, like, it's still there.
Yeah. Like that inner voice type thing. Yeah.
So Ruby's still in danger.
Oh, yeah. Which I think probably what will happen is that her mom freaked out like that. She's staring off into space.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing that Ruby's gonna do, that's her name, right?
Yes.
Is call Alex.
Yeah. And Alex, because she's, like, feeling that motherly connection with Ruby, is gonna help her.
Mm-hmm. I mean, she would have helped her either way.
No, I know.
Yeah. So there's that.
And also,
yeah.
I think that with the whole Alex thing, too, like, I mean, yeah, I'm sure that she, like, wants a baby.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, like, if she's looking at it into adoption, too, like, she's fine with having a kid or a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know.
Yeah.
Because they're less work than a baby. In terms of, like, feeding it and all that kind of stuff.
Yes, they're slightly more independent creatures.
Yeah.
They just don't listen.
No, I know that. I didn't mean in that sense. I just meant they're less work in the sense that, like, you don't have to feed them and change them
and stay
all
awake
that stuff.
24/7.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because,
like, if Alex doesn't have her job, what does she have? You know? Because, like, if they make it so that she's pregnant or whatever, has, like, a really, like, a baby or a young child, like, she's not gonna be able to work as much.
Right.
She's not gonna be able to do what she likes to do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, being a mom is important to her, but her job is important to her, too.
Yeah, which is the conversation she had with John last week.
So, you know, I'm hoping that, you know, it might come to the point where she just does have to adopt Ruby. Because if Rain ends up coming out again,
Well, I think Rain is going to end up coming out again because there were 3 people that attacked in the premiere in the promo for next week.
Yeah.
One of them is obviously going to be that leader chick that was on the High Council.
Yeah, so she's going to have to stay with Alex.
Mm-hmm.
Everything. So, I mean, they're going to grow closer and all that stuff.
Yeah, and so Rain will be there, and then the High Council lady, and then someone else. Because only 2 people fit in the pod.
Only 2 more episodes.
So, yeah. So Alex is probably going to have to, or Jean, someone is going to have to get in another ship. And
Jean's probably going to have to take his classic car that turns into a ship. And
that's not the one they took themselves.
I don't think it is.
Because the ship that flew back to Earth at the end was not a pod. It looked like a ship.
Yeah.
Like probably the one that they flew there.
Yeah.
Last week.
Probably.
Which was Jean's car.
Yeah.
So they're gonna have to figure out a way to get there. I hope them. Yeah. I mean, unless like Jean has a tracking device on his car and then goes and finds it out there, and then.
I mean, that would be smart. He should have one.
Yeah. You can track it throughout space and time.
That's good.
I'm being facetious.
Oh. He should be able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's an alien.
Watch, like, he turns on the beacon and then, like, you have, like, a Legionnaire calling, like, Monel going, why is this car alarm going off?
Yeah.
It's like, it's not a car.
It's a ship.
It's
a car ship. A classic car that turns into a ship.
Martian spacecraft. It's a Martian spacecraft.
It's a Martian spacecraft that's disguised as a classic car.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean,
yeah,
pretty much.
2 more episodes, guys.
Yeah.
The season finale airs on the 18th.
Yep.
So, be prepared for that.
Be prepared.
We're not going to do a live stream, but we will do a review, of course.
Yes.
Because we can't do a live stream for every TV show that we have.
No.
I mean, we could, but certain ones I prefer not to live stream.
Yeah. So yeah, there you have it. That's this week's unenthusiastic review.
I hope to have Black Lightning episodes watched by Wednesday. That's the goal. I didn't watch any more today because I was super tired. And still am super tired.
Mm-hmm.
But I plan to watch more tomorrow and Wednesday, so hopefully like Wednesday evening or something like that, we can do it.
So the review will probably be up Thursday at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're shooting for because I still have to watch the episodes too. So.
Yeah. Get on that.
Yeah, but I couldn't today.
I know.
So. Yeah, sorry that we're both so.
It's okay.
But yeah.
So yeah, like that's the goal. Hopefully like Wednesday or Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
I'll try to get them watched within the next few days, and we'll have that up because I know people are waiting for it. And it's sooner rather than later. So.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, that's what you have to look forward to. Also this week, hopefully.
Yeah.
And then just the next 2 Supergirl episodes, and then, you know, whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
And
the gameplays I'm posting every other day.
And when we do the other shows, we'll mention those more.
Yeah.
And then Comic-Con when that happens next month and everything. So those are just things in the future that we'll be trying to do again. But as of right now, this week, after this review, hopefully it'll be Black Lightning. So and then her gameplay stuff.
Yeah. One comes out tomorrow on Tuesday. So. Yay. So yeah, I guess until next time, love yourself and be happy.